pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it will be the AFC champion Las Vegas Raiders taking on the NFC champions, the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And the story of the Raiders season, Charles, just an incredible one in Las Vegas. The brand new stadium, no one really knew what to expect. The Raiders hadn't won a playoff game since the 2002 season. But much like the Vegas hockey team did in their first season, here are the Raiders trying to win it all.
Yeah, good fortune smiled on them and the Vegas hockey team their first year in town, right? But how about this football franchise? Remember, in the past, they and the Colts, the only franchise to win a Super Bowl in two different cities. Now they're trying to win in their third city. And I'll tell you this, if they pull it off, they won't just be celebrating in Vegas. I think they'll be smiling in Oakland as well.
Meanwhile, the Cowboys have had some ups and downs since their last Super Bowl appearance, but they're back for the 9th time, trying to win number 6 and tie the Patriots and Steelers. For the Cowboys, their last Super Bowl title quite a while ago, January of '96.
And those were great teams. Jimmy Johnson was their head coach. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, all Hall of Famers. They were known as the triplets. But then you go further back to those...
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Carr on the bootleg. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Derek Carr sacked.
Now that's the way to open up a game on defense. Back-to-back sacks. We know that someone's come to play today.
I think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Greg Zuerlein, the kickoff for Dallas.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone.
Yeah, it's on.
And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. And now back out comes the offense. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. And right away, he lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5.
Sets up a
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
I love his mobility, and I think he continues to get better and better as a pocket passer. But how about just the plain intangibles that he brings to the position? Mental toughness, as well as a physical presence that helps power any offense.
Suddenly, it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Throwing again on second down. Carr got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Here's Carr. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
Come on, you serious, dog.
Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. This looks like a free play for Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Raiders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So it's still first and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup on the receiving end from Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 21.
A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score.
For Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Jalen Richard now on the return. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 10.
Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. Interesting stat line right now. Technically, he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team and then 2 to the wrong team.
It makes you wonder what he's seeing downfield because he has completed 2 passes to his own team, but the interceptions are troubling. Is he going through the wrong reads, the wrong progressions? Is he getting fooled by defenses? They've got to figure that out over on the sidelines, working on that Surface Pro to see what they see.
He'll find his running back here, Richard. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 33 yards that time.
As we've seen over the years, offense coordinators will often ease their way into drives. Many of them don't want to risk a turnover and put their defense in a bad spot, but not in this case.
Not at all. Forget about easing into it. They took a shot. It worked. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Carr, he's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He's airing it out for Williams. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this 1st quarter. Xavier Woods with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
The Cowboys.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this 1st half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
To go.
Prescott now. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's caught inside the 35. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
The teams practice their plays during the week. They're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day, so it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll throw again. Prescott letting one fly deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper, 34 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown.
Greg Zuerlein to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Able to get away. Escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Derek Carr sacked. A 17-yard loss. That's the end.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Nothing.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
It's our time. It's our time.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr, and he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2.
Derek Carr sacked.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Carr. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over, but he ended up finding another receiver.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. I know, without even asking, without even looking in your direction, that you are not a fan of that call.
Oh, I wish you would look, Brandon, because I was actually thinking this would be the perfect time for a fake.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. This doesn't make any sense to me at all. This deep in your own territory. Look, I'm all for being unconventional. That part's cool, and I get it. But this deep, I just don't think it was the right time to make that call.
That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard, as this will come out to the 25. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hand.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Carr's pass.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The end result, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
The ball carrier.
Kyle Wilbur there to make the stop.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Oh, boy. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no return forthcoming for Richard as this will come out to the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's airing it out for Williams. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen. Not just
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Demarius Randall, and they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat.
A loss of 9 yards. It's 3rd down.
Two minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. And the pressure gets to him again. Tyrone Crawford make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And look at this, another fake. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. Getting set to go again. We get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a 3rd person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Back near his goal line. Here's Carr. And he fends him off, and he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again. Here we go again.
Prescott to throw it. Connects here with the tight end, Blake Jarwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we send you a stone's throw away across I. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to have this down deep into Vegas territory. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete.
Well, you can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Blake Jarwin there to make the grab. And the Cowboys add on.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown.
Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They just yielded a touchdown on the other end. Now they'll be trying to answer the bell and get a score of their own.
It's their opportunity to match. Can they do exactly what they just saw happen to them? Go down the field and score a touchdown. And to me, the best way to do it, look at your play sheet coordinator and call plays for guys who make.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Carr. Floating one, incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 15.
To throw is Carr. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, that O-line, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's A.J. Cole now, as his first punt will come from inside his... And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. But he will not make the first down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught for a touchdown. We'll check the flag, but it looked like a clear offsides, and it should stand.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Here's another 2nd and goal, this time from half the distance closer. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Zerline now for the PAT. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Card out a throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's another first down on a big gainer there, 33 yards. Now look, you're not going to be... Able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.